Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudoku, and we have another medium New York Times Sudoku for you today. It's just going to be a normal one today, I'm afraid, because I do have to rush to get stuff done today. Plenty of chores, so I'm just going to do a normal medium Sudoku. No pencil markings. So let's see, ones, twos. I just had a look at the ones and I can't see anything, so twos, two, two, two. So I've got a pair of twos up there. I've got a two locked in here because of these twos locking the rows and that two locking the column. These twos locks a pair of twos up there basically. So these two now forms a pair of twos thanks to that two. And that's all we can do with twos. So what about threes? These two threes locks a pair of threes over there. And these two threes locks a pair of threes over here as well. I think that's all the threes we can do. So what about fours? Fours, literally can't see anything. So let's see, fives. I've got a nice five here blocking three cells and a five blocking one cell. So that's a five, giving us a pair of fives over there. So does that give us anything? So I can see that this 5 sees into that cell, locking the 5 in columns 2s and 3s. So I've got 5 in columns 2s and 3 here. So there has to be a 5 in one of these 3 cells. But I haven't got 5 over here. So I am going to have to leave it for now. So let's move on to 6s. So 6, these 6s give us a 3-6 pair. These two 6s gives us a pair of 6s over there as well. And I think that's it. So what about 7s? That 7 is locked in there, which gives us a pair of 7s over here, thanks to these 3 7s interacting. These two 7s and that 7 gives us a pair of 7s over there as well. And I think that's it. So we've got a triple here, which is useful because that implies there has to be a 2 now, because 2 can't go in this row. 2 can't go in this row either, in these 2 cages. So the only place that 2 can go is in on this row, has to be within this cage. And I've already pencil marked in as such that the 2s are forced into these 2 cells, and where the 2 overlaps is where the 2 is basically. So that gives us a 2, which means it further locks a pair of 2s up there. That's all we can do really. So have I jumped ahead a bit? So I was doing 7s, wasn't I? Oh yeah, from the 7s I unlocked. So in fact we can deduce what this number is, because if that's a triple, then whatever, and there's a pair here, there has to be only one candidate that doesn't fit into this triple and this pair. So we've got 1, 9. Let's pencil mark in the 9s because we can see a 9 here. 1, 9 and 4. So 4 goes there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be an 8. So if that's an 8, with these two 8s, it locks a pair of 8s here, but there's only one place the 8s can go, so that resolves the 8 and 5 pair. So, with that in mind, let's see, can we do anything with the 5s? 5, 5, so these two 5s interact, locking another pair of 5s there, although we already knew there's a pointed triple 5 there already. This is another triple, which means that this cell has to be resolvable. So what are these? These are 1s, 2s and 9s. Ah, that's brilliant, because that unlocks the 1 for us, because the 2s and the 9s are locked in these 2 cells. So what's remaining on this row? It's a 4. So that 4 doesn't give us anything. What about this 1? This 1 gives us a pair of 1s over here. And that's it really. So not too bad. So let's look at this triple as well. So these are 1, 7. So 1s have to go in these 2 cells, but 9 can go in all 3 cells. So okay, not too bad. Let's carry on with the 7s. 7, 7, 7. Of course, there's nothing else we can do with the 7. So what about 8? Well, I've got 8 locked in there because that 8 and that 8 interacts, which means we've got a pair of 8s over there. These two 8s locks an 8 down here, and now these two 8s locks a pair of 8s in here. So that means that has to be an 8 as well, because that's a pointer pair of 8, and that's an 8, and I've got two 8s from up there pointing down. So that's all the 8s pencil marked in. What about 9s? Well, that 9 forces a pair of 9s in here, locking another pair of 9s up here. So 9, 9, 9. What else can we do? Nothing else really. So okay, so can we deduce anything else? Have we got any weak areas we can attack? It's not super weak area, but that cell is locked. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7 and 5 in this column. 3, 6, 7 and 5. I can't see anything actually, so because 5 can go in any of these 3 cells, so we're not going to deduce a naked single here. Can't see any other weak areas. We have similar situation here with 1 and 9 locked off, 7 and 9 locked off, so these 3 cells are all kind of like, not really triples, but they can't bleed into those cells, which I think we may be better off just doing another round of pencil markings actually, because they're just too much to cover. We haven't eliminated enough yet. So let's go through the 1s now. Nothing on 1s. What about 2s? 2, 2, 2, 2. Nothing on 2s. 3s. 3, 3. Got a pair of 3s there. 3, 3. 3. 4s. 4, 4, 4. So I've got a pair of 4s here, thanks to these two 4s. So that 4 locking that cell and that 4. So that means I've got another 4 down here. But that's not useful just yet. So 5s are locked in these two cells because of these two 5s. So that pushes the 6 out. Oh, why have I got 6 there? Pencil marked in. I must be missing something. So let's see, 6, 6. So 6 has got to go up here. So for some reason I missed the pencil marking. I don't know if you can hear a massive truck parked outside my window again. The bin man is here, I think. So anyway, I've got another pair of 6s there. Oh god, the noise level. Let's see. I've got triple here, and I've got the 8s seeing into these two cells, so that means 8 has to go in here. So these have to be 4s and something, and I've got a 4 in this cell, so cage even, so that's got to be the 4, which means I've got a 1-9 pair now, and that leaves me with the 1 down here, which erases another 1, so 1 and 6 are resolved. So that 6 also resolves the 3 and 6 up there, and that leaves me with 7s and 5s over here. So anything else I can do with that? I'm going to be really curious to see how the sound comes out once I'm finished. Let's resume on the 5s to see if we can do anything else with it. Can't see anything else with 5, so what about 6s? 6 are locked in this column, and these two cells. 7s, 7, 7. Nothing on 7s. 8s. Oh, 8 is now locked in that cell because of these two 8s. So that probably came up earlier when I placed that 8 and I missed it. So I think that's all the 8s done. What about 9s? Can we do any more 9s? Not that I can see. So I think we've exhausted ourselves again. So can we do anything now from where we are? We still haven't really developed any new weak areas. At least in terms of like 2s and 3s. 2 cells and 3 cells. So I'm going to do one more round to see if we can get any more pencil markings in. Oh, thank God. The truck is finally gone. Okay, so now this 2 locks a pair of 2s here, and that points to that 2, which unlocks another 2 for us, which in itself doesn't help us a huge amount, but that locks a single digit in this cage now, and that's got to be a 7. So this 7 does 2 things. One is it unlocks the 5 and the 7 over here, and that 5 in turn unlocks the 3 and the 5, and that 5 now locks the 5 up here because of these 2 5s taking the rolls. So that 5 unlocks a 9 and a 4, which forces a 3 in here. So not bad not bad with single digits. So these 2 cells are now locked as 2s and 4s. Can't resolve them just yet. And these are 3s and 9s. Also can't be resolved just yet, but that's okay. So was it a 7 that we were looking at? The other thing the 7 did was create another pair of 7s down here, which isn't that useful on hindsight when we compare to what we've achieved in the other direction. I'm sure I'm missing something now, but let's have a look at this triple that we've created now with this 7 as well. So this is 1, 9 and 4. Can't be resolved, but we know that means I have a pair of 4s down here. Can I lock anything else down? I don't think I can. So I'm getting like quite a lot. Oh, we have another triple here. So that's 1, 7 and 3. So I've got 1 and 3 in here, so that's got to be a 7 then, which means that resolves the 1, 9 and 7 up there, and that has helped us lock a pair of 9s down here, and not much else. This is 5, 7 and something else, and I can already see the 5 and 7 here, so it's the 4 in fact. So that 4 is surprisingly not helpful, but the 5 and 7s are resolvable because I've got a 5 up here, so that has to be a 7. Oh no, we've placed a 7 here, haven't we? So actually the 7 helps us place a 7, and I think that's the last 7, but we can see a 5 here, so 5 has to go over here instead. So this has to instead be a 6, and if that's a 6, then I've got 1 and 9 down here, but I still don't know where. Shocking. I've got a pair of 1s over here. What are these? These are 6, 3 and 4. Absolutely cannot be deduced at all yet. This is just shocking, really. I've got 5 and 9 here on this column, so I can deduce that because of the 5 in the corner. So 5 and 9 resolved. Surely that resolves the puzzle for us. So 9 is forced in there, so that's a 4 and that's a 1, which resolves that 1. This has got to be a 6 on the column, so that forces a 6 over here. And now we are left with a 3, which resolves the 3, 9 pair, which resolves the 2, 9 pair, which resolves the 2, 4 pair, and finally forces a 4 in there, a 3 in here. That 1 resolves the 1 and the 9 up there, and that's today's medium New York Times Sudoku. Feels like quite a tricky one for medium, at least from slider notations anyway. It's probably a lot easier if we had just marked all the candidates entirely. So I'm going to review this, but chances are I'm just going to have to submit this because I haven't actually got time to kind of re-record the session, and yeah, so I'll just have to call this a day, and please like and subscribe if this video has been helpful. I hope the sound came out okay with the noise in the background. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Bye!